welcome to the Science Faction Podcast, where science meets fact meets fiction.
This is Science Faction for the week of July 26th, 2026. I'm one of your hosts, Stephen Dominguez, and with me today, two individuals who did not go to Comic-Con.
Hi, I'm Benjamin Daniel Ellis, and I'm related to people who went outside Comic-Con, but I didn't go.
Doesn't count.
I don't know. Mom, does it count? I don't know.
Oh, let's listen. Nope. Didn't hear a response. So
Yeah, Mom, let me know if it counted. Because, I think it kind of does, because she saw a lot of things, and there's a lot of neat stuff happening outside of Comic-Con. Who else is on this show?
Devon Kraft. I also did not go to Comic-Con.
But I mean, we'll talk about it. I mean, we'll mention her later, but we know for sure that Renee went to Comic-Con because she goes every year, and this year she didn't. She always posts on her accounts, like what she's making for like cosplay wise, because her and her two daughters and I believe it's her mother go every year, and they always thematically dress up as something. And this year there was no hints, but we know, and we'll talk about it later. All right. This is a podcast about science and science fiction. It's time that we talk about some of those things. Ben, you paid off school loans?
After 21 years, Stephen.
Oh,
Took me
man.
21 years. And now my college debt has been paid. And,
Wow.
I'm a free man.
How much were you owing every pay period? Was it monthly?
Yeah, at the end there, I mean, I was paying a little bit more than what I needed to, but I was paying like $60 a month.
Oh, that's
so, like,
not a lot at all. Okay.
No, it wasn't, and it was at like 4.25% fixed APR. So like I was not given a lot of incentives to pay it off very quickly compared to my other debt. So that's between that and then getting a deferment for 5 years when I got laid off. It kind of, it makes sense that it took this amount of time. But like when I checked it, I was like, wait, I'm only $90 away from finishing. Let's just pay this off. Let's just do this now. Like, why wait?
$90. Oh, you mean a dinner out? Like that's like nothing anymore.
Oh, you mean taking the family to the theater?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You mean anytime leaving the house? Just $90?
You mean,
Okay.
You mean the curse jar?
The curse jar. How far would $90 have gotten you in college?
Oh my god.
That was like a week, right? Of like ramen packets and
of ketchup soup. Yeah.
Ketchup soup, sure.
For sure. Yeah, man.
Wow.
Gosh. No, I mean, Devon knew me back then. I occasionally had sushi too. Occasionally.
We all occasionally had sushi, except for Devon. He hates it.
Yeah.
Except for Devon.
That's because I don't want sushi.
He's like, no, chicken teriyaki bowl if they have it.
Yep.
Otherwise, just a whiskey. Oh, man. Well, congrats. That's awesome that your student loans are gone. And now you've got an extra $60 a month of just play money now. You can do whatever you want with that.
To go to other debt, yes.
Well,
yeah.
But obviously, in the real world.
But no, like I'll tell you actually, and kind of an interesting part about it too is that back when Biden was in office, there was the entire SAVE plan, and so there was a portion, like a certain time, where I did get a deferment for like 6 months or so, when it was a highly potential thing that all of my student loan debt was going to be forgiven through that time.
Right. Back when we still had a little bit of hope. I remember those times.
Yeah. Back when the American people and everyone that went to college weren't necessarily considered, or knowledgeable people weren't necessarily considered enemies of the state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're too smart. Enemy of the state. Off you go.
Right.
To the camps.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So I mean, that's.
Yeah,
That's.
I wish it was
I wouldn't
jokes
put
that
it
we were
that way.
making. I really wish.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
I mean,
put
we
it
were
that
just
way
making
because it's
jokes.
not that yet, Stephen.
Excuse me.
Not that yet.
You're not looking close enough then.
Maybe I'm not looking.
So I
Close
mean,
enough.
so Jen and I, like, we've had issues with the changes in the student loan stuff because our student loans we're never going to pay them off. Like, it's just not feasible.
Wow.
And like we during COVID we had deferments and things like that too, but there was a program. It was pre-existing to the save plan, but we got on the save plan. Anyway, part of it was your loans are forgiven after a certain amount of time of making payments. I can't remember. I think it was a 20-year period, but I don't remember exactly. And the thing is, when you paid them off or when they were forgiven, it would be a tax liability. So it would be like you made that much money that year. So like we have a student loan like advisor, and they were like, well, take the money, the extra money you might have spent on your student loans and save that money so that you have money saved up to pay the tax bill for when it's forgiven. And I was always just like, well, why don't we just keep paying them? I think the cost of paying them based on the save plan is going to be less than if we pay this huge tax bill eventually. But it doesn't matter because that got the forgiveness plan got erased by Trump. So yeah, it's hard to plan or know what's going to happen because it'll change with every administration basically. So unless there's a Democrat that comes into office and is just like, no, we're just forgiving all of them, it's always going to change, every 4 years pretty much. And like I said, we have so much debt and student loans that it's like, I don't feel like I'm ever going to pay it off, but which is fine. It's just like, it's just it's like just a thing that happens every month for the rest of my life. I'm not going to worry about it anymore, but yeah, it's nice that you paid off your student loans. It's cool.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I went to a little bit less college than you did.
Yeah, I mean, for the listeners
you did a lot more than I did.
who don't know us personally, yeah, Devon went to regular college and then he went to law college, so he's got extra debt, which is why we were buying him stuff like Xboxes and things as presents. Way back in the day.
Yeah.
Or GameCube
sure.
was a game. Did you get a GameCube once?
It was a GameCube, yeah.
I think you got a GameCube once.
Thank you.
That's right. Yeah.
I think you gave it back eventually.
Didn't I? Like a long time afterwards.
Oh yeah, a long
like
time.
after it was obsolete.
Yeah, for sure. I think you were like, I don't need this anymore.
Do you still have a GameCube there, Stephen?
I've never had a GameCube.
Oh, who did you give it back to, Devon?
I don't know.
No, I thought, okay, so this was...
I was just playing along. I don't remember giving it back to anybody.
Do you still have your GameCube?
I don't. I definitely don't.
Well, then where did it go?
Man, nobody cares about obsolete things except for you and my daughter who won't throw away trash because she wants to keep it. It's the same problem.
Yeah, except my trash goes bleeps and bloops. That's,
well,
that makes it better.
My trash I can install Linux on and then it's no longer trash. Go, okay.
That's right. It's just, exactly. It becomes usable again.
It's just trash with Linux glitter on it. Like, come on. It's still trash. Oh, Devon, I'm sorry you're never going to pay off your student loans. Hey, maybe we'll get a socialist around here one of these days to figure things out. I want to talk a little bit about something that I got recently, so I'm gonna move my stuff up, and then we'll let Ben talk about Star Trek because I was trying to hold him off as long as possible.
Just let me in there,
so he doesn't go overboard. So there's an RPG called Mothership. We've played it, I believe. You guys played it here once.
Yep.
And so it's very like Aliens or The Thing coded. Type role-playing game. It's a horror game, but it's also very deeply entrenched in science fiction, which is great. About, I want to say like a year and a half ago, no, longer than that, probably a solid 2 years ago, I backed from the creators of Mothership. They were creating a a source book called Wages of Sin, and it's a bounty hunting source book. So essentially what it was going to do, according to their Kickstarter, backer kit, whatever it was, I don't remember, was, hey, we're going to do like 100 bounties. We're going to create a whole bunch of planets and how they're interlinked and star systems and bases and like all this stuff, so that if you just want to do bounty hunting with this game system, here you go. And we're going to make it versatile enough that if you just want to like excise one bounty from this book and throw it into an existing campaign, that's totally doable too. And I was like, I love bounty hunting in media. This sounds like something I'd be interested in. This sounds like something I can convince others to be in. I'm going to back this. And I did. And then I had to wait. So it was one of those deals where it was backed again in a different presidential administration. And then when the books were finally printed, there were some shipping issues because suddenly tariffs were a thing. And this turned into one of those like, hey, we don't know. We used to know how much this was going to cost in shipping. We don't know anymore. And things got delayed and things got worked out. I didn't have to pay any more or any additional. So whatever happened. And it finally got shipped out, and I finally received it this week. So I've been waiting for so many years. And like, if you're not somebody who backs these kinds of projects on a Kickstarter or a backer kit, then you might not be aware that you're going to put money down, and then you got to wait. Like, because a lot of times these projects have, like, not more than an outline. There's usually like some kind of material that they show, like, hey, this is the thing we're making, but we need to like finish it and then produce X amount of them. And so that should cost, whatever it costs. And so, waiting is part of it. I think just about everything that I've backed takes a good year and a half to show up. I did it with ARCs.
How many things are you currently waiting on?
Currently, this was the last one. Because after all the tariff stuff started happening, I didn't back anything because I was like, these numbers are just guesses, and I'm on a fixed income, so I have to plan for these things. Currently, I'm not waiting on anything. There were some that people were thinking I was going to back, but I didn't because of unknown things. Anyway, this Mothership Wages of Sin book is incredible. If you are a science fiction fan that does role-playing within that genre, this book is a must-have if you want any sort of bounty hunting. There's even a prison system. They included that. I think that was one of like the stretch goals or something, but there is in the back of the book a planet that is a prison planet essentially, but there's like one big prison on it. And there's rules for like, if you get arrested and thrown in jail, you could be put here. And it's like all the cell blocks, they all have NPCs. Everything's all statted out. It's crazy. But and of course, one of the things they say is like, because we put so much effort into this, you can actually start your game here if you wanted to, of like, hey, everyone met in jail. Let's break out and become bounty hunters, or let's break out and whatever. And that could be how your game starts.
Is there any electronic frontier?
Like PDFs?
No, I mean what deters the people from breaking out? Like just in general.
Of
like,
the
is it
prison
like
itself.
Ruapenthe where is it like Ruapenthe where there's no electronic frontier, so there's no force fields or something. It's completely inhospitable on the planet surface.
Well, let me just grab the book here and I will find out what the deal is.
Let's find out.
Devon,
do you know what I'm referencing?
I didn't catch I mean, I know what Ruapenthe is, but when you first mentioned the electronic frontier, I didn't know what you were talking about.
Yeah, I thought you were asking about like stealing it or something like digitally. I was like, I don't know. You can look for a PDF. The ODC, Offender Detention Center, the Carousel Moon, Offit. Yeah, Offit is a small moon orbiting backlight. The reputation of the Offender Detention Center, the ODC, overshadows anything else in the system. It is a for-profit prison and labor camp accepting all manner of prisoners from across the rim. These prisoners are set to work on a huge lumber operation, the only valuable export of Offit. The work is dangerous and casualty rates are high. I'm thinking so there are 3 facilities on Offit. There's the ODC, the Elephant Lodge, and the Sulipsuma Science Park. So there's a bunch of stuff. I'm looking, let's see, main gate, huge gate, small. I don't know. I mean, there's walls, but I think the main thing here is like if you leave, unless you have a ship, it's just like a forest planet of nothing else. So sure. Like I doubt they even lock the door. It's like, yeah, go ahead. Go out there, see what happens. It's that kind of thing. There's a whole list of prison weapons. Battery /soap /locks in a sock. 1 D5 damage. Fighting rings. These are like rings with like bolts and like things stuck to them. Blunt or bleeding, +1 damage for crew. Razor blade whip. Yeah, so this book has a ton of content. It's 336 pages. It's a textbook of just cool Mothership stuff. So if that sounds fun, if that's something you want to play, contact me personally and I'll make it happen. Okay, Martha. I'm just talking to Martha now.
There you go. I mean, that's all that's the only person I talk to on this show. So,
so that's Mothership Wages of Sin. The company is Tuesday Night Games, and night is with a K because. And if you are interested in learning more about Mothership, go to their website, mothershiprpg.com/learn. There's free PDFs and videos. The free PDFs, there's like a player's guide. So if you were invited to a game and you just want to know what to expect, download that thing, give it a look, a once over. It'll teach you how to create a character. And that's pretty much all it gives you is like, here's how to create a character. Here's how to play. Here's some stuff. But you couldn't run the game just with that book. You need the GM guide. I forget what it's called. It's called something else. The Warden's Guide, maybe, because you're a warden. That's the person running the game. That's their title. Oh, anyways, okay. It's been fun. It's been fun looking through the book.
And they're a warden because it's the prison, or they're a warden just generally for Mothership?
No, for Mothership. Instead of being called a dungeon master, you're called a warden.
Okay.
I don't know exactly why, but it's just one of those things.
So yet again, I'm labeled an enemy of the state. Thank you, Stephen.
What? All right.
Because if you're the warden, then I'm obviously a prisoner.
Well, we're all prisoners. None of us are getting out of here alive.
True. So you said that you're waiting on nothing. I am currently waiting on the Power Keyboard, which is a new product from clicks.tech, which is essentially like the Clicks Power Keyboard. The basic gist of it is it's a battery bank that attaches to the back of your phone, but you can slide out your phone and it's like an old school BlueBerry or BlackBerry keyboard. And I'm really excited about it. I can't wait to get it. I've been waiting since January.
Yeah.
And it finally made its way into the US 3 days ago. So I'm still waiting.
See, you guys aren't getting the point of the tariffs. You're supposed to be buying American.
Well, I had heard that it was an American company that did this, and I just assumed that like, oh, hey, I'm going to start seeing this pretty soon. And I just found out that it was not in America until 3 days ago. 3 days ago when it arrived.
Well, so I mean, what I found, and I know Devon was joking, because he can't be serious, ever. He sounds serious.
I need to. Yeah, he sounds very serious. So that's kind of I just take
sounds
it at face
serious
value all the time.
Always
Very
a joke.
dry.
Yes. Oh, it's like sandpaper is humor. I forgot what I was going to say.
Something about the tariffs.
Oh yeah, a lot of times these companies, they're U.S. based companies, but then after the product is designed, it's printed overseas, just because it's cheap, and those facilities don't exist here. So, anyways, and I was right. It's called the Warden's Operation Manual. That's what you need to actually run the game. Anyways,
tariffs are really stupid.
What's really stupid?
I just said tariffs are really stupid. Just to make it clear that I was kidding before, but they're really stupid.
Yeah. Thanks for taking a stand, Devon.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Ben, tell us about something that you've been waiting for, not a year, not 2 years, but 12 years.
12 years, everybody. So this week's had a lot of new Star Trek come out. And don't worry, we'll get to it. But the thing that I didn't realize was came out today as we record this, Sunday, July 26th, Star Trek Axanar: The Gathering Storm, the second film in the Axanar series. Axanar, which you may recall from 12 years ago, came out with a little film called Prelude to Axanar, which was essentially a very well-made Star Trek fan film that's a war documentary in the Star Trek universe. And it had some pretty big production values, had some of the cast from a bunch of Star Trek properties, as well as Battlestar Galactica, and was a hit, such a hit that they went to Kickstarter to try to get a full feature-length film made. They blew past tons and tons of they made a lot of money from it, and Paramount CBS said, "Hey, you're making money on Star Trek? That's our job.
That's our money." So
so they sued the hell out of him,
Yep.
out of the people working on it, and thus and also set up very stringent guidelines for fan films because of this this production.
Thanks,
and so now
Axanar.
we're finally so now we're finally getting the first of two parts that are kind of finishing up the story of Axanar, Star Trek Axanar: The Gathering Storm. I watched it today, and it wasn't as good as Prelude to Axanar, but it was pretty nice. I enjoyed it, and had some interesting and neat actors that weren't in Prelude to Axanar in this. Ferran Tahir, and forgive me if I'm mispronouncing his name, is in it as Captain Robau, who basically he was Captain Robau. Rubu.
You were saying, forgive me for mispronouncing it, but
well, he played Captain Robau in the
you meant the actual actor's name.
Yes, the actual actor's name is Ferran Tahir, I think. But Captain Robau was a character in the 2009 Star Trek movie, who captained the ship at the beginning before Kirk took command, and he was the one that got impaled by Nero on the Romulan ship. Anyhow, I'm so cool to see him in this. You'd also recognize him from Iron Man. He was the guy that forced Iron Man to build the suit.
Oh, that guy. Okay, yeah, he's Middle Eastern actor. A lot of his roles are just like, we need someone from over there. You fit.
Well, not in this.
What is he in this?
He's just, he's a captain. He plays the same character from the Star Trek 2009, only in the Prime universe, and it's really cool. Huh. It's cool to see him again. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, if you at all remember Prelude to Axanar and are like, oh hey, I wonder what the next chapter was, it came out today, and that's wonderful. Also this week we had a new episode of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, the first episode of the 4th season. They swung for the fences, and they almost made an episode for all time, but just the ending, man, a couple of things in the ending just were like, oh no. But if anybody ever wants to see La'an Noonien saying, "Punch a dinosaur." This is your episode. Like,
I mean, that's
let's
a
go.
really good warning for some people.
Do they travel back in time, or do they go to a planet where there are dinosaurs?
They travel back in time 65 million years.
Okay.
How many times do they have to go around the sun for that to happen?
None this time. They did it completely accidentally.
Oh, by accident. Accidental time travel. That's a new one. Okay.
Accident, yeah. Yeah.
Do they meet the species that is evolving and has space travel and ends up in the Delta Quadrant?
So I wish that they showed that. I mean, like, okay, things that really excite me about this episode is that it's a slow burn figuring out where it is that they end up when they get shot, where, you know, like when they fall into some gravitational anomaly. It's beautiful, gorgeous. Lots of neat stuff going on before that too. Like the cold open is them riding horses on an alien planet, and it's essentially an episode of Firefly for the first 5 minutes of the show. And
then they pull the rug.
Well, then they go to do the space stuff, and they get they get out into discovering strange new worlds, and they find themselves sucked into some really pretty solar storm thing, and they find themselves 65 million years in the past.
Are they anywhere near Earth when this happens?
They are within spitting distance of 3 Class M planets, actually, and they don't realize that they don't realize they're in the Sol system until a little bit later.
I was going to say, are these just non-Earth dinosaurs? That I'd be okay with that, but no, they accidentally went back directly to Earth.
Yes, and they're also a little confused because there are 2 other Class M planets in our solar system.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, that's neat.
That's interesting.
What is it?
Yeah, so there's some interesting stuff there, and so like this idea here that I think is one of the great parts about Babylon 5 that this episode kind of takes, is that idea of like a very long time ago there were other galactic civilizations, and that's kind of a thing that Star Trek rarely delves into, and this episode you see,
not never, but yeah, pretty rarely.
It's very rare. Yeah,
they've got like a precursor thing going on, right? People seeded the galaxy, that kind of nonsense.
There's that, and there's a couple others, I think. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So you get a little bit more of that. However, it's a little bit more of that in ways that kind of makes you go, wait, have they not watched other Star Trek? Like Devon had mentioned, there is a Voyager episode in which, you know, there was a group of dinosaurs that had left the Earth before it was before a meteor slammed into it. Yeah, the extinction. And so you see the extinction event in this episode. You I think that I'm really kind of I would prefer to sorry. I also got a text message that's like that's bugging me. But I'm ignoring it for the sake of the listeners here. I'll just say this. Well, one of the things that happens is that they use the antimatter from the ship in order to, and it is inadvertently used to blow up a planet. And that is problematic to me, because if that's something that any ship can do, why was it such a big deal that red matter blew up Vulcan in the Star Trek 2009 film, if just any little thing could do it? And
look,
it's
J.J.
like stuff
Abrams
like that.
loves red magic stuff. And he did it to the Star Wars. He did it to the Star Trek. Get that man away from franchises. Where's he been?
I'd wish that that just like planets blowing up. We just stop.
Yeah.
Like, I know.
Why can't we just crack them in half? That's enough to destroy the planet and be way more interesting.
Yeah. However, this make sense in a particular way. It's just like how they did it and didn't like give any additional information that would make it make sense with the rest of other Star Trek.
I've ranted about J.J. Abrams plenty.
Yeah.
But does he honestly just not understand basic astronomy? Like, how many times has there been something in either Star Wars or Star Trek that he's done where it's like they look up in the sky and they see some astronomical event happening hundreds of thousands of light years away, or like, because I think Spock sees Vulcan implode when he's on a planet. He looks up in the sky and sees the planet implode. I'm like, no.
What do we know about Vulcan's vision, man? Maybe they can see like really far.
Their eyes are large and
so many
pointed
things
like
I've
ears.
complained about.
I think
does he just not?
I think what happened is that Spielberg told him one time that like if it makes sense for the shot, for the storytelling, just do it, and he just like took that and ran with it, because there's stuff in like Jurassic Park, right? And we're gonna talk about Jurassic Park later. I see that in the notes. That's cool. The T-Rex thing, the power goes out. He knocks over the fence. Or she knocks over the fence, walks between the cars, throws a car over the wall down into a deep ditch. Didn't she just walk out of there? Right?
Yeah.
And that was mentioned to Spielberg on set, and he's gonna say, and he said like, no one's gonna care. There's a giant effing T-Rex on the screen, right? And he was right. Like in that moment, that worked exactly how he wanted it to. It's only later that people have a problem with it, with VHS, DVDs, now streaming things, that we can watch these things over and over and over and super overanalyze. That's got to be crippling to directors nowadays.
Yeah.
But
I suppose.
I think I would say that the things J.J. Abrams does is different than that. It doesn't. It's very lazy to do things that he's doing to move the story along, and at the moment I do notice it. It's not something where afterwards I'm like, oh well, wait a minute. No, at the time I'm like, no, that's not how any of this works. What are you doing? Like,
I remember that exact moment in Force Awakens where I was like, oh, but that's not how lasers work, and now how planets are, and all this is crap.
You are wondering what J.J. Abrams is currently ruining, and so it would be Batman Caped Crusader. That's what he's currently
Crusader. What is that? An animated project?
The TV series with the new
is Batman. That's that thing from the '60s with Adam West.
Yeah, that guy.
So they're making a sequel to that.
Yeah, they've never done anything with it since then, so it was about time.
Yep, it's about time.
It's about time. Yeah, might as well, right?
Speaking of time, that's about enough.
Yeah.
We're gonna take ourselves a little break, and when we come back, we're gonna keep the chuckles going, because it looks like we've got some Jurassic Park things to talk about, some dark tourism, San Diego Comic-Con. So we'll be right back. Oh wow, another free listener. Incredible. Look, I love that you're here, but let's be real. You could be getting so much more. Bonus episodes, unfiltered takes, behind the scenes chaos. All you have to do is join our Patreon at patreon.com/Science Faction Podcast, or don't. But if you don't, just know that somewhere in a parallel universe, a better version of you already has. And we're back.
Heyo.
Hi.
And a big thank you to our patrons, Renee and Josh. So Renee, you went to San Diego Comic-Con.
As of this recording, she is there right now because it's happening.
Wow.
Dang.
She dressed up
Sunday night.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
People have work and school.
I
guess it's the summer.
Just answer your own question, sir. I don't know. Maybe it ended today or this afternoon. I don't keep tabs on this stuff.
I don't know. You're probably right. I was kidding. Who cares what day it is?
Listen, sandpaper. All right. Yes, Renee. I teased her costume before. When she posted it, I immediately took a screenshot and sent it to you guys because I knew that you would immediately appreciate it, because her and her family were all Spaceballs characters.
Yeah, Dark Helmet and Barf and Lone Star. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty rad.
Except I think the elder sister was not part of it. 'Cause I saw she was in some other crazy looking thing that looked monstrous and fantastic. But Renee's Barf is spot on. Like she even has the look on her face, like she's mimicking something John Candy, right? Yeah, John Candy did. It looks fantastic. It's so good. Renee, it is so good. You should be so proud of yourself. And
that's awesome.
Yeah,
and simple. Like it's the jumpsuit, with the ears, and then like the makeup, and it was just spot on. So yeah, well done. You should.
I tip my hat to you, Renee.
What are you gonna milady her next? All right. So speaking,
is there a tier for that on Patreon? Because
to be miladied. Well, it's a new tier. It's a tier now. All right. Since I mentioned San Diego Comic-Con, I'll just talk about a few things that were announced. The first thing, there was a huge panel for Doomsday. They had like 20 actors out, which is like a fifth of the cast or something.
So when does that come out? Is that coming out this year?
That is coming out this year. Yeah, it's coming out December 18th, I want to say, is Doomsday, as the marketing has told me to say it. So all the marketing and stuff is kicking into high gear. You're going to see Doctor Doom on everything from now until Christmas. So get ready for that. They screened another trailer, like a shorter kind of almost like a sizzle reel, which I saw a very quick bootleg of, and there's some cool stuff, but nothing new. The trailer that just dropped before Comic-Con, that one had been like leaked and talked about for like a year, with like unfinished special effects and like all this stuff and AI versions that people put on YouTube and all that junk. So that one came out and shows that it looks like it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Especially the X-Men stuff I'm super hyped for. Giant Sentinels and whatnot. It's going to be great. So there was a big panel. And then during the panel, there was they had like the question and answer section. And one of them was somebody dressed up as Deadpool. But instead of it like the normal costume material, it was all denim, like denim jeans. So they immediately called them Gene Pool. And if you look at Comic-Con, this same person was running around the floor like taking pictures with people. Turns out it was actually Ryan Reynolds dressed up as this version of Deadpool. So it's great because on like his, I think his YouTube channel or Instagram or something, it shows there's like they flash by really quickly, but like hundreds of photos that he took with people, none of them knowing that he was Ryan Reynolds. Which is kind of fun. But he asked the cast, because it was like a question and answer section. He comes up, he starts speaking, and immediately it's him, right? And the crowd goes crazy. But then he asked like, hey, this seems like a whole lot to announce a movie. When is this thing shooting? And they're like, oh, it's already done. And he was like, oh, like the whole back and forth, and it's obviously part of their marketing, but it's just really well done, was saying like, hey, how come I'm not in the movie? Like, you already shot the movie. I'm not in the movie. How come I'm not in the movie? And at the very end, they're like, well, we might do some pickup shots, and then cheers from the crowd, and he walks off. And if you know anything about the big script leak that happened about the movie, there's a chance, if that leak is correct, then there is going to be like one major scene that he would be in. But that would have been planned from the beginning. So I think it's just marketing hype. They know Deadpool's a popular character. They don't want to spoil if he's in the movie or not, which now it's pretty much like, of course he is.
He will be.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, yeah, they didn't do that whole stunt just for him not to be in the movie. But I do think if it's just like a small thing, that would be probably perfect, because he's not the kind of character that can really be in a serious like epic movie.
Yeah, and I can tell you guys, I'm not going to do it on air, but if you guys want to know off air, I'll tell you what it is. It's pretty cool if it's true, and it's perfect. It's exactly what you would need. But who knows, might not be real. So there's that. That was Gene Poole. And then Haley Atwell, who plays Peggy Carter in all of her incarnations. She was there with them. She was not part of the announcement for who was going to be in the movie, but they didn't do like a big thing for her. They're just like, also her, which, she hasn't been in the trailers, but her being in there would make sense. If Steve's got a kid, she's probably the mom. So yeah. So that was kind of like oddly interesting. It's like she was there, but they didn't like do a big announcement. It was just kind of and also her. The other big reveal was Ghost Rider. So there's going to be a new Ghost Rider movie, sans Nicolas Cage, as far as we know.
Oh.
Maybe not. I know, Devon, you're very disappointed. I know how much you loved those. How many movies were there with him as Ghost Rider?
I never saw any of them.
That's what I thought. So,
but I think Nicolas Cage is funny. So
yeah, and he just did the Spider Noir on Amazon Prime, and he voiced that character from the Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah, let him cook. He's fine. Nobody bothered Nick Cage. So Ghost Rider, and then they did this thing where they turn all the lights off and then turn the lights back on, and with the star, which is going to be Ryan Gosling. So Ryan Gosling, huh?
Right on.
Yeah, right on. Like he's a big A-list actor. So it's like, get him for Ghost Rider. Apparently, he is one of these people that has been bothering Marvel for years to be like, hey, let's make this movie. I want to be in it. I want to do it. I love this character. Kind of like what's his name in Lobo that we're talking about. Jason Momoa, wanting to be Lobo for years and years and years. Apparently, Ryan Gosling's like, I love Ghost Rider. I want to be Ghost Rider. Let's do Ghost Rider. Well, he's doing it and being directed by Sean Levy. Who's that? Glad you asked. He did the Wolverine and Deadpool movie.
So cool.
And he also just filmed Starfighter, a new Star Wars movie with Ryan Gosling. And apparently that went so well that they were like, let's just keep it going and let's do Ghost Rider next. So
nice.
Once we see Starfighter, I think we'll know what to expect from Ghost Rider. But seeing as what we already saw from Deadpool and Wolverine, like the director can direct these kinds of movies. So let's go. That's great.
Starfighter with Ryan Gosling. That's like the first Star Wars movie, I guess, because I did like Andor. But the first Star Wars thing in a long time that's like piqued my interest. Like, oh, that could be good.
What about it is piquing your interest?
Well, Starfighter just sounds cool. It sounds like Top Gun, but Star Wars.
Just the name.
Just the name.
Excellent.
I'm judging this book directly from its cover.
we just rewatched Project Hail Mary, and Ryan Gosling's awesome. So, I mean,
he's a great
he's
actor.
Always good. I've never seen him in anything I didn't like him in. So,
yeah, there you go. You loved him in The Notebook, didn't you?
Oh yeah. Through all the tears
that humans make. I mean, that I cry. Starfighter, the quick pitch on that one is he's escorting some kid from point A to point B, and there's starfighters in it. That's all that we really know about the movie. There's theories, but I don't think there's been any solid leaks. The main thing is that we don't know, or what they're keeping kind of not on Front Street, is the era in which this is taking place. And I think that's supposed to be a reveal at some point in the movie. Like, it's never really like whoever's good or bad or whatever are not like big things, I would guess, like Empire, First Order, Clone Army, like, it's just. And then at the end, when he finally gets this kid from point A to point B, the rumor is that the point B will then like reveal like, oh, this is what's going on. As if
you
like
drop them off at the Imperial Academy.
Yeah.
That's their final destination.
Exactly. And then it quickly follows through his life, and he's like one of the TIE fighters that gets blown up in the trench run. Well, it would be as if Rogue One, they advertised without ever showing that it was the Death Star plans that they were after. And like, you don't figure that out until like the very end of the movie. It would be like that, I guess. Anyways. So, that's the stuff from Comic-Con that jumped out at me, that I found interesting.
So
I mean, we can move on.
as previously announced, the Avatar: Aang: The Last Airbender film is now on Paramount Plus, and did get a limited theatrical release in New York and Los Angeles over the course of this next week. So if you're anywhere near there and you want to see an incredible animated film, the that is there. It's here. I'll put a little link to what's it called? The inverse.com article. But also at San Diego Comic-Con, they announced Avatar 7 Havens premiering this October on Paramount Plus, which is a new TV show that takes place several years after The Legend of Korra. And I am here for it. Any more, Last Airbender, gimme.
How long
Jen's
have you
mom,
been? Go ahead.
Sorry. Jen's mom, like just the other day, she's like, "Do you watch The Last Airbender?" And she said she watched both of them and she wanted to get the book to read. What would the two things be that she watched? Are there like two live action movies, or there's just the cartoons? I guess I could have asked her for more detail, but I was kind of confused why she was talking about it.
You were confused why she was talking to you. Why are you talking to me, peasant?
Get away, yuck. The last Avatar: The Last Airbender is a full series, ran for several seasons, and then The Legend of Korra is another series that ran for several seasons. And
same universe,
later in
the timeline, yeah.
Yeah. And it's got a very different vibe and feel to it, because it kind of takes place in a metropolis that feels very noir, like very like 40s era, but instead of the technology of that day, it's all driven by the same magics that they, the same elemental powers that So instead of like giant furnaces that are made by whatever, you've got fire. Yeah, but you've got firebenders that are manually working different things, and you have blimps, and you've got like all sorts of cool things. So this Avatar 7 Havens takes place after that, I'm assuming, and so
cool.
In terms of book, I don't know. There were a lot of comic books that continue the story.
Manga. There's like a big manga series, I think.
Yeah, several of them. Yeah, and then
actually, you know what, Devon?
And then Avatar: Aang, the Last Airbender, the film was really good. And then there's also right now the second season of the live action version of it is on Netflix right now.
There's a wealth of bent air around right now. That's crazy.
I would tell you not to bother with it because it's not like a terrible adaptation of the animated.
You said there's two seasons of it?
Of the live action one, yeah. They're
I have
in the middle
a feeling
of the
that
second
might be what
season.
she's talking about. I don't see her watching cartoons.
Gotcha.
But I could be wrong.
Yeah. I watched the first season. It was fine. It was inoffensive to me, but it also did not improve upon the animation at all in any sense. So it just was like, well, they did that.
I'm ready. I'm ready for the demise of the remakes and sequels and reboots, and we need some fresh blood in here, man.
But Ben, you don't watch One Piece, the live action One Piece, do you?
No, I tried that first episode and was like,
You got to give it more than one episode.
Not
remember that you said that, Devon.
Not when I was like 130 episodes into the show already, and saw nothing there that really was like, oh, I don't need to see anything more. I get it. I understand.
Okay.
It can be well made, but
that show has so much energy. Like,
yeah, it's kind of crazy.
It's a good show too. I mean, we just watched the second season and it was just as good as the first, but Yeah, okay.
If you could find a way to remove your emotional connection to the animated One Piece and just take this as a different property and just give it another chance. It is something different. It's like if I was trying to convince you to watch the live action Cowboy Bebop. It's like, I get it. It's not the same, but there's still merit to it. They're still good.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Oh my gosh. I know that we're like on. You brought up Cowboy Bebop. I have finished all the series and watched the movie, and holy cow, what a ride! And yeah, it's essentially everything from the live action show was essentially what they padded out the last 2 episodes of the anime, and that's what they made the entire live action series based on, and it wasn't the right choice.
Yeah.
it just was not the right choice. So, but the film was exceptional in its animation, and it's odd too because the film does not take place after the show. It takes place kind of in the middle of the show.
They've never cared about their timeline. It's not about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like the last 3 episodes are kind of interesting because, so it takes like 5 episodes for the entire crew to kind of come together, and then you've got most of the season of the show, and then the last 3 episodes, like crew start doing other things. They leave the ship and they're no longer on the show anymore, and so then the last 2 episodes, it's just like 3 of the characters. And that's fine.
Animes do that sometimes.
And then there's a definitive end to one of the characters.
I can imagine what that is.
And which also does not follow at all what happened in the live action. So it's just it's kind of
bizarre.
It was a real refreshing thing to go from the end of the series and to go like, oh, and here's a new story just with the characters not necessarily keeping it along, just kind of like what they're going to be doing with the Firefly animated series, essentially.
So that thing's gonna happen now. It seems like.
Cool. Good.
So that's cool. We're getting near the end here, but
oh my god,
you got to talk about Jurassic Park.
Devon warned us.
He did warn us.
Devon warned this mid break. He was like, "We've got too much here.
There's too much on the list, man."
And I was like, my thing is like so super small. Like I don't think it's gonna fill up anything. And then we started talking about Cowboy Bebop.
You got excited about cartoons, is what happened.
I got excited about and Avatar because I was like, oh, I wonder if there's any Avatar news from San Diego Comic-Con while I'm recording on the show. Like, oh, holy cow, here it is.
There it is.
But, y'all, some people on the internet are as geeky about things as we are. And I found an article from Fabian Slangard's website in which he describes Jurassic Park computers in excruciating detail.
Say more.
Yeah. So that's that's at least 2 or 3 of the hosts right now hooked in.
Well, I just sorry, this is a kind of a tangent, but I just realized we never acknowledged the passing of Sam Neill.
That's right. Because I choose to not accept it.
It didn't happen.
Yeah, Sam Neill. What was it? Cancer? Do we know?
Oh man, I don't remember. I don't know if we know, but I mean, we don't have to get into it. It's just he's in one of our favorite movies, and he's a good actor. He's been in other good stuff. So
yeah.
He's
health and death. Let's see. Stage 3. He was diagnosed in March 2022 after being diagnosed with stage 3 angioimmunoblastic T-cell lymphoma, a type of blood cancer, following swollen glands that were first noticed during publicity for Jurassic World Dominion. He actually, cancer was in remission. April 2026, Neil said that after his chemotherapy had stopped working, he underwent CAR T-cell therapy as part of an Australian clinical trial. He also said that a recent scan showed no cancer in his body and advocated wider access to treatment for blood cancer patients. He died of pneumonia on the 13th of July, 2026, aged 78. So it seems that he was fighting cancer for a long time. Seems like they fought it to the death, and then pneumonia got him.
Yeah, unless like something in the treatment like made him more susceptible to pneumonia or made his body harder to fight it off. But yeah, I mean, also if you're older, you know, dying of pneumonia, that's not uncommon.
Yeah, that's not uncommon. It was either that or the Raptors were going to get him. So I'm kind of glad it was. I'm bummed it wasn't the Raptors actually. Okay, so thanks for taking us on that detour, Devon. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Whenever
I can bring up death, I'll be happy to oblige.
Thank you, Devon. That's wonderful. So a bunch of this article goes through a bunch of the different computers that are sitting on the desks of different characters throughout the film, including an Apple PowerBook 100 that was visible in Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler's mobile trailer. But what was interesting to me, like kind of the most, was the discussion of the SGI R4000 Indigo, which is Ray Arnold's workstation. Ray Arnold, played by Samuel L. Jackson. Mm-hmm. You see it visible in two shots, and there's some really interesting trivia about it. It's the computer that you see that as the Velociraptors jump onto the desktop, and you can check that the Velociraptors never skip leg day because they're just jacked.
They're jacked.
Yeah, man. Now, what's fascinating is that there's like a 3D hurricane animation that's on here that essentially a makeshift room was built adjacent to the set, equipped with a battery of Silicon Graphics and Apple Macintosh computer systems, and stored on computer disks were animations generated over a period of 6 months by a 4-man computer graphics team. Responding to cues received via radio from the set, the team were able to feed graphics directly to the appropriate monitors on stage, making it seem as though the actors involved were actually calling up the imagery.
I had no idea that's how they did that. That's awesome.
Right? That is just so rad. And then it turns out that the software running to show the animated hurricane was called Earthwatch, developed by Paul Douglas. And the software was created so television meteorologists could create these 3D flybys and fly-throughs of weather. So the interface you see in the movie is the exact same interface meteorologists would use when creating the animations. So, basically often used for local cable news stations to show weather graphics. And when Jurassic Park was in theaters, there were a couple of really excited people in the theater when that scene happened. They're like, I know that. That's the thing I use. But and so like evidently, according to this, the software was kind of like a PowerPoint slide deck. It was fantastic looking stuff for the day, but the render times were very slow. So meteorologists would start the render sequence, then go to lunch.
Yep.
Yeah. It could play resulting animations in real time, but could not render in real time.
Wow.
But there's way more on this article about like all of the different hardware and software that you see throughout the show.
I am
the movie.
Scrolling through this link that you provided. This is incredible. Somebody super nerded out, and not only did they nerd out on things, then they went through and explained why they were nerding out on it. That's crazy.
So it's wild because oftentimes when I see shows or movies from the 90s, it's kind of like looking at a little museum of computer stuff, and computers just had a different vibe back then. Operating systems had different design ethos and paradigms, and that's really fascinating to me too. Wondering, can I bring back a little bit of that old 90s jank? The Fruitiger arrows of the era.
The what? Nobody knows what you just said.
Fruitiger Arrow is kind of a name for the design ethos of Windows XP and Windows Vista, that like really colorful, bright, the blues of like the ocean from Sonic Adventure, like that sort of vibe was big in computer systems of the era. And now that's not the case. Things are a little less defined in terms of buttons and a little bit less usable in some cases.
Everything's an app now. Don't worry about it.
Sure.
So
this is a Unix system. I know it.
I know this. As I was scrolling through this, I got to the part that I wanted to check something, and I've been right since I was a child. When I rewatched Jurassic Park after I pre-ordered it at Sam Goody in the mall, using $10 of my own money, and I watched that VHS so much, I noticed that when Nedry was on his call with the dude at the dock, and on his computer screen there is like a guy, it's like raining, and he's talking on a phone. He's like, come on, just give me the 10 minutes and I'll get there, and he's like, no promises. And then he like, hangs up, right? That scene, everyone know what I'm talking about?
Totally.
When I was watching that on VHS, I noticed at the bottom of the screen, there was a little bar moving as if it was some kind of media player. QuickTime video player. Dennis negotiates with his co-conspirator located in the harbor to give him time to make it there. It happens via a VC on the Mac. Why not on an SGI? Because the whole thing was faked via QuickTime video player running on System 7. The cursor on the progress bar is clearly visible. This is a 1-minute clip. Even the mouse cursor is still on the play button of the QuickTime window. Oh, I love it.
Oh my gosh.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Knew it.
Something that's also kind of really cool is that there is a website called JurassicSystems.com where you can essentially run the Central Park Control Console from a web browser. And
wow,
this is pretty cool. So
man, the internet's got a lot of crazy stuff. What was that, Devon?
I said, is it like a game? Or it's just you just randomly touch stuff and see what happens?
So it's a HTML5 and JavaScript-based recreation of the IRIX and Macintosh environments featured in the original Jurassic Park film. In particular, it's a recreation of the scene in which Ray Arnold attempts to circumvent Dennis Nedry's Leet security on an old IRIX desktop, only to be taunted by an Elvis-bodied Nedry. And it's just a simulated desktop environment with system sounds from the movie. And there's evidently a hidden feature in it. If anybody finds it before I do, you win.
You know what I say about finding hidden features?
No. What do you say?
You didn't say the magic word.
Damn it, please.
Okay, with that, Devon, you are safe. You don't have to talk about your dark tourism. You got your darkness in with Sam Neill. Thanks for that. By the way, everyone go watch Event Horizon, the best Sam Neill movie ever.
Hunt for the Wilder People would like to have a word.
It's in the first season of Peaky Blinders. That's good too.
Oh,
yeah. And what was it? Daywalkers? Or Daybreakers? Yeah, he was in Daybreakers.
What's Daybreakers? That sounds vampire-y.
It's essentially there's a vampire civilization, like modern day vampire civilization, and it's pretty cool. From 2009.
Daybreakers.
What a movie!
Cool. All right. Well, now it's in the notes, so
it's part of the extended universe, extended science fiction universe.
It is. All right, guys. That's it for this week. We are done. We did it again. Devon, tell us something.
What did Yoda say when he saw himself in 4K? HDMI. Have we done that one before?
That's the best. Have we done that one before? I love it. I love it. I don't know.
I don't know either, man. I don't think
Okay.
so.
Right,
but I have heard that ad nauseum. So
yeah, I just saw it today. I actually had a different one planned that I wasn't sure if it was appropriate for the show. So I was like, I'll do that one.
Well,
but the one I was gonna do, since I assume the show's over now.
No, it's not. That's for the patrons. Ben, give us your final thoughts. Your final words.
16 sodium atoms walk into a bar. Batman follows them in.
Good night, everybody.
This has been the Science Faction Podcast. Tweet to the host at SciFact Podcast. Email them at sciencefactionpodcast@gmail.com and visit sciencefactionpodcast.com for more episodes.